Hello, my name is Ken Fordyce. I'm currently the Director of Analytics Without Borders at Akiva. And before that, I spent over 36 years at IBM and I then retired and went to work for Akiva. And what we're going to talk about today is the importance of framing relative to success and failure of what we currently call AI or decision science projects. I've been doing computational intelligence since 1975. And over this time, that's a term I prefer over AI, it's been called operations research, decision support, AI the first wave or the second wave, for those of you that think AI was just came on board now. And the same fundamental question has always existed. Why do we have failures? And what can we do to reduce those failures? Let me first point out, sometimes you just fail because you're overambitious, in which case that builds the base for your next successes. But what often happens is you fail to frame the problem. That is, you don't do your deep dive to understand the ins and outs. There's a little discussion where the users come by and they describe what they need, and today's terms is the decision scientist sits there and takes it in. They have a little sheet, they exchange data, the decision scientist goes off, codes something up, and then they show it back to the user. That's not framing the problem. That's not a robust analysis of everything that goes on and needs. There's not a dynamic interaction. There's a transactional interaction once a week. And to be successful, you have to frame that problem. You as a decision scientist, to use that term today, you need to understand what that planner is doing better than the planner does. Now, you don't necessarily need to know every bell and whistle and preferred colors by the executives, but you have to really understand that. And if you don't do that and they don't let you do that, and sometimes the problem is they don't want you doing that, then you have a problem framing the problem. In the old days, we used to call it an as-is and a to-be. And that is critical to success. Now, within that, there are some specific detailed items. For example, you always need a team of agents of change. A team of agents of change has the ability to navigate, or what we used to call the political operative, not in a bad sense, but to deal with the organization and the organizational setting. The second item is you can't just have a Teams meeting. You have to go to lunch with them. It doesn't mean you have to go to lunch with them all the time. It doesn't mean everybody has to go to lunch. So for example, in one of the most successful applications I worked on in the 1980s, early 1980s, called LMS, which ran until 2015, Gary Sullivan instituted the concept of a chair assignment. He was the manager of Advanced Industrial Engineering team for IBM Burlington, Vermont fabs, and he would bring people off the manufacturing line that would be in his AIE team for a year, and he called that a chair. And based on that chair assignment, we had direct contact with everybody on the manufacturing floor, so that communication was smoothless. I sometimes kid some of the younger guys I work with, my easiest jobs in life when I was in the early 1980s and mid-1980s, when I was the planner and the decision scientist all rolled into one, because I only had to talk to myself. And there are a lot of people that already tell me that's all I do is talk to myself. But it's that communication and that iterative process. And then you have to be able to see when you're going to deliver something, because you can't wait forever to deliver, but you can't deliver it too soon because then it's not usable. And that's a negotiation. You have to build that partnership with your user community. So that all comes if you choose to frame the problem, which means you're really going to understand the problem, then that is a key to success. It doesn't guarantee success, it's just a key to success. Thank you.